The name Serkele is derived from a Maasai name called Oserkele, which is the
Oserkele.
black rhino. It's called aggressive, it's called tough, it's called tempered, it's called quick. It's called so many things. But really, you'll come to understand that it's a very gentle being, quite emotional by itself, you know. So that's how I look at African hair. Like people say African hair is tough. African hair is hard to manage. African hair, you know, it needs more heat, more texturizers, more chemicals.
Roughly, how much did you use or did you spend to start your own this company, the Serkele? Yes.
How much? I would say
Like your initial capital.
well, I would say the money. You see, like over the time I've spoken with fellow young people who have had thoughts of how to start small businesses or kind of going into the entrepreneurial space, and their challenge is always capital. Like, yes, I have this idea,
but what
I'm lacking is money. What I've learned, like, that is rather not as important as the thoughts of the idea of the business themselves. Let me tell you why.
At least the list. Now you're trying to tell me it's the list of our problems at that time.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I usually say entrepreneurship is about providing a solution. And somehow, for that business to thrive, it has to be intertwined with your passion and your intention also. Like, there are things you have to consider even before you just thinking about making that money, that coin. And where your intentions are and how your intentions are towards this solution you are going to provide is how it will impact your income generation. So I would say, yes, capital is an important factor to consider when you're starting entrepreneurship, or if you have those thoughts of doing a business. Yes, capital is important, but consider your intentions and your reasons for doing this business. Why are you going into it? Is it just to make money? Because if you're there to make money, it will not last for long. It will be a roller coaster for you. You'll start it, and then you see that this thing is not making any money. Drop it, start another one, and you know the cycle will continue. But if you have good intentions and you're passionate about something, you want to provide provide a platform to bring change or a certain innovation, you'll see that thing grow over a period of time. So I would say, then if you then have your thoughts together and you're really solid about starting this business, you can start as small as what you have. It's the will that matters. I would say, when I had my first thoughts about starting Serkele, I didn't have money, honestly. I was right after college, after university, zero employment. I was just basically depending on the gigs that I was getting for my photography, and they were not enough to say I'm starting a whole hair care line, you know. So I really utilized what I had. Literally, the few coins I had, I had to invest in what is most important in the product formulation, be it thoughts, be it the brand representation, the logo, the designing, the graphics. Like, I invested the small money I had into what is most important in the business. And I gave myself time, like, not to pressure myself that I should start this business and it should be running in the next 6 months or 1 year. I had to morph myself into the growth of the business. Like, I was not running the business, but rather the business was running itself. You know, the growth, it was expanding based on how it's flourishing, you know.
You just went with the flow.
Yes, I did not pressure myself to saying, oh, I need them to get a loan or borrow money because I have this idea. No. I just told myself, what I have is what I'm going to work on it. So I'm going to do what is needed and what is needed at that moment. For example, so if I'm starting, I remember having 4,000 shillings and I told myself, okay, what can I do with it? What can you do with 4,000 shillings, honestly?
No.
Yes.
Much.
And if you're starting a business, you know, it's not even enough.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not enough. So I told myself, then what can I do with that within my power? So I told myself, how about building an online presence? So I invest in those times when we had extra time on our laps. I invested a lot of time in designing the company, the business logo, having an online presence and graphics. I invested in that. And and then I told myself, then this is what is within my power as of the moment. Let me make use of it. Build an online presence. Let people know that there's this business called Serkele and what it does. So from there, then I developed, and then once the small money started coming in, then I knew I'm going to start with this product. This is the formulation I'm going to go in. This is the kind of cosmetology I need to get into consultation with. This is what we need, etc. So that's how it went, but it took time, if I may say. So patience is a
virtue.
A virtue
that you really need, and a lot of it. So do you make it yourself? Do you work with other suppliers? How just take me through, like, assuming you want to just create this product. So how do you go about it?
Because Serkele now has different sets of products. I would there are those I have made sure that it's me who's making them. That is the hair growth oil, because I used to make them in campus, and only I now feel like it's only I who can make them, because I've used them for a very long time, so I know what is good. The hair growth oil, the formulations are mine. I would say for all the products across the shelves for the formulation are mine. But however, the conditioners and the shampoo bars, then I had to consult formulating company, and then they had to bring them into fruition. But the formula and the ingredients and ETCs,
the ideas,
yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So you have to research a lot. You have to put yourself, try different many. Have you ever been banned? Like you were trying to invent to bring out this product, and then the ways it's just like, no, this is not it.
No, that hasn't happened.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow,
that has not happened.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. So the reason that has not happened, it's because that could have happened if I did this guy. Okay, I'll take an example of the shampoo and the conditioners we have at Serkele. So the idea was to have a whole range of hair care products that are natural, so biodegradable, eco-friendly, if I may say, and as effective as possible, meaning they should work. But then I was mapping out the process of bringing these products into fruition. The conditioners in the bar, the formulation around them, once we were getting into conversation with formulating companies, I realized that it's going to cost more, and it's not going to really address the issues we want to address within the product. As I've said, like if I'm going to do the formulation with manufacturing companies, then what kind of ingredients are we using? Are they friendly? Are they not friendly for natural African hair? What about the aspects of environment conservation? How much can we impact into this impact from this formulation and having these products in the market? That's what I was thinking. And then I always say, like, if I went with that direction, I think there would be a lot of challenges for us to address in that area. So then I thought, how about having really simple formulation and also having the same ingredients, the same properties we want these products to have, but rather in a different formula, in a different packaging. So we then transform the idea from having them in packaged bottles and regular conditioners and shampoos into bars. Bars are very effective. They're eco-friendly. They are not packaged in plastics or whatever. And even when it comes to formulating a bar, it's different from formulating a shampoo liquid. Less chemicals are used. In fact, zero chemicals are used except for the basic bar ingredients or chemicals used. So you find that there are more benefits having the products in bar form than in bottles. So when I figured that, then it was easy for me to move forward, because formulating a bar is easier than formulating this extra stuff. So when that sank in well, I moved forward and looked for the necessary people to facilitate that, and then we moved forward.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had really planned for this thing.
Kinda.
As in the way even you're speaking about it, you're so passionate about your company. You love these things. You love creating this solution.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really inspiring.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, as we wind up.
Yeah.
Kindly encourage somebody who's just sitting there. Anajua maliza shule. Like we've already pointed out, unatoka shule ukiwa na these thoughts that I'm going to get a job. And then you get here. It's a whole different story. So what is that advice you would like to tell them? Because, the world is changing. Things are changing right now. Yeah.
I would start with the guys in campus that are just about to transition into the hustle world.
Yeah.
Like, shut down the noise. Find ways to just quiet those noises. Like, I remember when I was in campus, there was a lot of things happening around us. A lot of ideas being pumped in. You have to become, you have come to school, you've done this, you have to be this or this. Like, this is the variety we can give you on the table. Quiet those noises. And then just go within yourself. And then, ujiulize, like, what
can I do?
What can I do? What are my interests? Where are my skills lying? Where is my talent lying on this map? From there, then think of how you can develop yourself based on those places you'd map yourself. Yeah. Think what you can contribute if you're put in a space that those skills or those talents are required. And then from there, then you'll be able to establish whether you'd like to be in spaces where you can provide those services and those skills, or you like to be in a space where you can create more space for that skill. People, So then when you map yourself out like that, you not only create a brand for yourself to be useful to everything, whether it's employment or entrepreneurship, it does not matter. Then you just start becoming useful from just being identifying skills within yourself and places you can map out.
Yeah.
And then don't follow other people's paths.
Yeah.
That hype is really serious out here. Like, all right, we're in this class, we graduate, and then you hear in the next month, you're just sitting at home, forwarding those CVs, and then you hear someone is already
employed, he's doing well, in a very famous place.
Yes, and then you're like, well, we went to school with them, so I suppose I should also pull up my socks and match that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And that's so true.
Yeah.
It really happens.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Yeah.
And that is part of the noise I was talking about, dimming. Don't do it. Even for a second, don't compare yourself. Everybody's journey is different.
True.
So they might get employment immediately after campus. Yours may come a year or later, or even, I don't know, 5 years. It does not matter. But never compare yourself. We're all uniquely made and on unique paths.
Yeah. That's true.
So, and we have, all of us possess something that we intend to contribute into the society. So find that thing. Find that thing and monetize it. Yeah, and monetize it. The secret is monetizing and monetize it. So find that and then think of ways you can bring yourself. Yeah, you can bring yourself from it and build yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting. Anybody who wants to start a business, an online business, what is it that you'd like to tell them?
Okay. Think through the business. Think through it. Like I said, the business should be of a certain purpose. Don't just open a business because you're opening a business. Like, it has to have a spirit behind it.
Drive.
Yes.
That is like, okay, we are doing this because we have to do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So think of a business that will be of service to your customers,
That's true.
It will do something, it will have an impact. And don't think short term, think long term. So if you're thinking of starting a clothes shop, think of it in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to think. Even at the beginning stages, like, think of it in the next 50 years. Think of how it's going to be expanded and how it's going to be operational. So yes, the idea is small, but think big. Don't think small. Yeah.
So Kantai, where can we find you if you want to know more about your products, about your businesses? Yes.
Well, you can find Serikali on all platforms. Serikali Naturals KE on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Okay.
And also on LinkedIn. Yes, we're on LinkedIn.
How is that even working?
I don't know, but we are there.
That's interesting.
We're not sure
what you're doing there yet, but
yes.
I think you could be sharing the way like you sort of said about your marketing. Mostly it involves you to educate people.
Yes.
So I think you could be sharing that on LinkedIn.
Well, I think the idea was, of course, that one. That's what we're doing, but of course, LinkedIn, it's for professionals and personalities as brands.
Is it?
Then yes.
Nowadays, it's just a whole mess.
It is.
It's just like all over the place, but in especially it's supposed to be professionals.
Oh, that was the idea. I would like to believe that was the idea. So we thought perhaps you should have a presence there and share more about what Serikali is about and education, as you've said, education around hair care. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys head on there to Waoni, then we see what she's up to. Yes, and consult, like book a consultation. They'll tell you more about the hair. I think I'm going to book one.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
And with that, we end this video. Wow.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so grateful that at least you made time, and you've pointed a lot of things that are making me like, okay, that's true. Yeah. I'm really glad. Very much.
Thank you, Sharon, and you're doing amazing. Thank you for having this platform.
Thank you
for
so
entrepreneurs to thrive and share their thoughts. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's quite a pleasure. Thank you.
You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I am really grateful that you took your time to listen to this amazing and inspiring conversation. And I hope to see you in the next episodes, right? Bye-bye.
Bye.